everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Stanton's Cardinals. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Ready for football in Arizona as Phil Dawson boots it away. To return it is Corey Grant. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Let's take a glance at the captain of this offense, Blake Bortles, as the Jags take the field, coming off a 19-7 win last week over Cleveland. And they had trouble moving the ball at times in this game. Bortles 17 of 30. You know, we always say bottom line they got the win, but offense could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better, but you did mention them moving, right? They moved ahead of the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South for first place, so I think that you're exactly right. They wanted to move the ball better, but they got what they needed, which was the victory. I'm just wondering, Week 17, in Nashville, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Could that be the game truly for the AFC South? They're shaping up that way.
Yeah, it could be. Jags right now, they're rolling. They were 3-3, now 7-3. And his first look is incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now the rookie first-rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
It's easy to talk about Patrick Peterson because you can be definitive about his game. Tremendous against the run because he's an excellent tackler. Can run with anyone because of his speed. Has the size to play the football downfield extremely well. And then you throw in his kick return ability. You have one of the top corners in the NFL year in and year out.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down. The offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On second down, here's Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere. Yeah,
you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. From the gun, it's Bortles. It's caught right side, it turns. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. To throw is Bortles. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there, taking it in. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Josh Lambeau now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 11th season now, former Michigan State Spartan. You get a look at Drew Stanton.
has been a career backup, but when he's had an opportunity to start, it hasn't been too bad for his teams. 13 career starts heading in 2017, won 8 of them. Improvisational skills, excellent. Toughness, excellent. Right arm when you need it to deliver, he can get it done.
First carry now for Adrian Peterson. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, Peterson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Now we take a look at a defensive starting unit for Jacksonville that forced 5 turnovers last week in the win over Cleveland.
This unit has played well all season long, really from the word go. We were kind of expecting that, but maybe not to this level. The addition of Calais Campbell solidified things up front. You've got guys running to the football, making plays. They had 2 interceptions of Deshaun Kaiser, the rookie quarterback, 5 sacks, and shut out Cleveland in the second half. If you're going to pick a defensive staff of the year, the Jacksonville staff has to be nominated.
To throw on third down, Stanton. And that is incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Andy Lee, 3-time All-Pro on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out come the Jags. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette twisting away, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Fresh set of downs here. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. And he's got the rookie. It's TD Westbrook. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lambeau on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down. Stanton in the middle of the field. He's got Nelson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, Stanton. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. Already 17-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Stanton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This is Kerwin Williams, his first carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Stanton. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. Able to slither by. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. Let's quickly go on to a different discussion after that incompletion. Right now in the NFL, there's 9, 4, and 6 teams, Charles. Any of them you think have a chance of jumping up and making the playoffs?
No, the case can always be made for any of them. We know that. But the one that intrigues me and jumps off the page at me, the Los Angeles Chargers. We know they've had a lot of bad luck along the way. That's part of what contributed to their 4-6 season. But they blasted Buffalo this past week. They go to Dallas on a short week on Thanksgiving Day, and Dallas is reeling a little bit. Cleveland, Washington at home, at Kansas City in their own division, at the Jets, and in their division against Oakland to finish. To me, that schedule says they've got a chance to make a run with Philip Rivers as their quarterback.
You know, as an aside, I almost corrected you. You said Los Angeles. I was like, no, it's San Diego. I'm still not used to that, but we'll see if they can make a run down the stretch.
You're not alone, brother. I wrote down Los Angeles. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing his Bortles on third down. A dump off for Ivory. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake. Bortles under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Corey Peters breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
To Fournette, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
in order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Underneath, Ivory. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Brad Nortman, in his 6th year in the league, on to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start the drive with Peterson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep. Give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
Off play action. Stanton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was in search of the tight end, Troy Nicholas. And now it's 2nd down. I'm kind of glad that pass hit the ground. You know why? Because I want to talk Thanksgiving.
Let's hit it.
First of all, I'm hungry.
You want to talk about the Lions hosting
right now.
a game every year? Or the Cowboys hosting a game every year?
No, I want to know. We talked about our top sides last year for Thanksgiving. What's on your list? Has your palate changed at all this year?
Not really. I'm still a big stuffing guy. Yeah, I can't get enough of that. I like gravy with mashed potatoes. I'm fired up about that. I even like green beans. That's a late development. And when I'm in my youth, not a big green bean fan. I am now.
But casserole, I hope. Just plain green beans?
I can go either way.
Okay.
As long as the green bean is in it, I'm there.
I need to take away the vegetable taste and add some bad stuff to it. But I'm all about desserts on Thanksgiving. Pecan and apple pie. Bring it. Bring it. Nah, that's just white noise.
Sweet potato?
Pecan and apple.
Sweet potato pie?
No, get that out of here.
With whipped cream?
Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Pecan and apple. Happy Thanksgiving.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stanton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off the play fake. Stanton. And some room to maneuver. And he is knocked down from the side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. 1st and 10. Stanton. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go now, Patriot!
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Off play action. Stanton. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To throw on second down. Stanton. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
That's on the veteran guard, Alex Boone.
Still first down.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now Stanton. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Stanton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Bortles now on 1st down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. The Jaguars on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Brad Nordman now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Throwing on first down, Stanton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So that gives us a quick second here, Charles. Did you see last Thursday night the camera angle that they used for majority of the Steelers-Titans game?
I did, and it had been advertised ahead of time to tune in and check it out. They're going to do the game from that perspective, you know, most of it. And it was a curiosity for a lot of people. I also heard a lot of people who liked it, able to see the way the plays developed. You get more of a view of maybe the line play, things of that nature. And others, they're still saying, I still like the old school view, but I really think we're going to see more and more of that because you do see more of the field. Yeah,
and everyone was calling it the Madden cam because it kind of looked like you were playing a game of Madden.
And rightly so, because that's exactly what it is, the Madden cam. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. First down, Stanton caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Blue, land it. Blue.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Stanton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. This offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue, land it.
From the gun, Stanton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kerwin Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Jaguars have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's roll the highlights. Jaguars line up at the 3. He'll head up the middle on the run, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Jags now up by 17. 1st and 10. Peters going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. Now 1st and 10. Nelson's by himself here, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Cardinals still on the field. Williams is wide open here on the catch, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. This cuts the deficit to 4. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Britton Golden now on the return. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right near the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Looking to throw. Stanton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, hey, let's shift gears for a second. Did you see Drake Kirkpatrick's 100-yard interception return not for a touchdown last week?
It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, it's a 100-yard field. How does he get 100 yards and not score? What happened?
Picked it off in the end zone, couldn't take it all the way back to the other end zone. By the way, that 100-yard interception without it being a touchdown, longest in NFL history to not score.
But they did eventually score, right?
They did.
Didn't he fumble somewhere along the way?
Yeah.
Picked up his own fumble, gets to about the 1. They end up scoring. It happened in Denver. So I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, I know where you're going.
The altitude got
altitude got him. Oh, poor Drake Kirkpatrick. Great return, though. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Stanton. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Okay, on that incompletion, we can make a pivot here because I wanted to give a hat tip to the Cleveland Browns. They lost last week again. That's not the news. The news is that they didn't commit a penalty. They're the only team in the NFL not to do that this year.
So you're going total silver lining here.
I'm looking for something.
I like that.
I'm looking for something.
You have a big heart. A lot of empathy there. It's hard to believe, though. When you lay that out, coaches talk all the time, right? No penalties, guys. Show discipline, and we'll be a good football team. They have no penalties and still can't get over the hump and get a win.
Yeah, they were in that game against the Jags, just fell a little bit short. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go now. Boom,
Off the play fake. Stanton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7.
319. 319.
From the gun, Stanton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Bortles. And some room to roam now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Fournette on the counter, and he's got room. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, now Bortles. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They give it to Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Bortles trying the out. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now Dawson for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. I just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Green 39! Green 39!
They run again with Peterson. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Here we go. Boom,
Handoff comes to Peterson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Operating from the gun, Stanton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
To throw again, Stanton, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Stanton. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 42 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on second down, Stanton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Stanton. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
for it with Peterson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Adrian Peterson punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. His throw incomplete. TD Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Bortles will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ben Koyak, 68 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line is probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Again, Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stanton. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Green 39! Green 39!
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he checks this one down to Williams. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stanton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Three yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Stanton. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Bortles now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Bortles. Airing it out for Hearns. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Shotgun now for Bortles. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. So out now come the Cardinals. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st and 10, Stanton. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Stanton. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanton. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
in order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Dawson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down following the run. Now Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run it now out of the gun to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. And the offense looks to pick up the 1st here on 3rd after that incompletion.
There we go now. 390.
Bortles. And that's complete to Lewis. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a play fake. Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. After the penalty, it's Fournette. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.